Today is either the most epic movie we've ever reviewed, or it's the longest goodbye in cinema history.
Yep.
Or both.
Or both.
Lord of the Rings Return of the King is the third Lord of the Rings movie, and it is about Frodo bringing the ring to Mordor and the Return of the King Aragorn. And there is a lot of big battles in this movie. And my favorite one is when the dead people come out of the cave and fight the orcs and win.
Hey, welcome to What Do You Think of This? We're revisiting the best things from our past to let you know whether they're the best thing for your future. I'm Jeff Abyad, here with Josue Escobar.
What's up, everybody?
And Josue, this is a big one.
Yes, it is.
This is not only episode 75, it is our season 4 finale.
It is.
And the end.
What a great finale.
Of wdyt in its current iteration. So appropriately, we're ending with Return of the King.
Yeah, it's such a great movie.
Only once. Only one ending.
So epic.
We will not tease you.
I think I told you while we were watching this. We watched this one together, actually.
Yeah, it was super fun. We should have done that sooner.
I told you kind of like where I felt like that they should have ended the movie.
And now, just turn it off.
Just cut to black or fade to black. And
it was right when Grong went through the Minas Tirith. Grond. What's the name of that giant wolf with the fiery head?
Oh, yeah.
Grond.
No, not that part.
No.
That would have been like, what?
I do still remember that that's where the disc changes.
Yeah, you told me about that.
It goes to black.
And it does go to black.
Yeah.
And we watched the extended cut too, by the way. It's 3 hours.
No, it was over 4 hours.
4 hours. Yeah, that's right.
4 hours.
Yeah, we started at 6.
I'm like
7:30. 7.
I'll eat dinner early and come to your house, maybe like 6:30 or 7, and then we got there. Dinner. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a long. I know it's long, but I never think about it because I usually just turn it on at home. Oh, by the way,
we're
talking about how great it is to watch movies at home, and I'm like, we're riding our TV out until it's dead.
Yeah,
we bought a TV.
Oh, nice.
Well, I sat down.
Die?
No, but I sat down like a couple weeks ago after our conversation to watch Dune because I was by myself.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna watch this, and it's like daytime, and I'm squinting to see, and I'm like, this is silly that I can't see my TV
what
that
do you
well.
mean, squinting?
Like, it was bright in my room, and the TV is not bright enough.
Oh.
So I looked it up, and we had bought the TV in 2014. So it's older, and it's good. It still lasted, but I'm like, whatever.
Dang.
There must be a newer TV that's still not the newest, but technology has changed so much.
Yeah, drastically.
So it was reasonably priced and like 10 inches bigger, which I didn't even want. It's like 65 inches now.
Nice. What did you have before?
55.
Oh yeah, that's what I have at home.
Yeah,
55.
it's fine. Like I wasn't looking for a bigger screen. That's just like where they start now.
Crazy.
Pretty soon it's just going to be the wall.
How much was it? Well, what is it? Is it a Sony? Or?
It's a Sony. Yeah, it's a Sony Bravia.
But is it OLED or is it regular?
I'm gonna have to look it up now because
quantum.
I went. No, it's not quantum. What's quantum?
Well, like not basically LED, but like smaller anyway. Not OLED.
I don't know.
You would know because I mean, normally OLEDs are in a bright room aren't the best. They don't get as bright as regular LED, and now they have like nicer like quantum LED, which is like super small. Whatever. Anyway,
I mean, I had a whole
really close to OLED now.
Day of conversations with our friend Chet. Like I was sitting on the couch trying to watch this, and I'm texting Amanda because it was Sunday and she was doing something, and I'm watching this. I'm like, hey, what do you think about just updating this? Because I'm like, if she's not on board, we're not doing this. But this is terrible. And here's some other ones. And I had some options, that Chet gave me. And it was based on a bright room, price range. Here are some good options. Yeah. And then I ended up going back to Sony. I always go back to Sony.
Yeah, me too. Sony's the best. Their chips. It's funny. Sony's OLED screens are made by LG.
Oh.
But their processing that they put on it is what gives it that little, that really good film quality look. We bought ours during COVID, open box in Best Buy.
Yep.
And I think we spent like $2,100 on it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And that
we had that stimulus check. Let's just go ahead, because we had a similar thing. 2013, or no, actually more before that, 2012 TV.
Yep.
And I just really wanted OLED. I wanted something that would last a long time. Sony's going to last like 10 years, before you're like, I want something different. But anything Bravia from them right now is going to be amazing. Their Master Series TVs. This is crazy. We're going off a different tangent here.
I'm just trying to look up what TV I got to just disappoint myself and go, you got the wrong one.
No, you didn't. You probably didn't. Their Master Series, which is like the more expensive ones, like, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
Yeah.
For like a 55-inch. If you have the Sony surround sound system, you can actually send, or not a Sony, so if you have a surround sound system, period, you can send your center output of your console into the TV, and it becomes your center channel, which is really cool. I don't know how good it sounds, but they're not bad sounding at all. Well, they have the Sony TVs have the speakers where it vibrates your actual screen, so when you're watching the movie, your left and right really feels like it's coming from the left and right from the screen, and your center, and there's a center, and then the low end is in the. They're nicer.
That's cool.
It's just a much nicer built TV.
I will say, even this one, so I looked it up. It's a Bravia XR and it's 4K, but it's not, it's just LED.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but it was cheaper and they were starting to discontinue them. So I had to look to find it.
Yeah.
But they barely fit it in my Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Shove it in there.
But it still has the same chip that all these other series have.
And immediately it started working better with my wireless speakers, all that stuff just started functioning.
Because it's got Google, what's it called? Google Play or whatever. Google
but it did
software.
take a whole afternoon of me logging into I'm going to do this all now, log in so I don't have to think about it again. And then now to play with the settings.
Like if you do you have a Apple TV 4K? Mm-hmm. When you do the whole have you done the calibration?
Yeah, I need to redo it on this one.
You might not even have to, because a lot of times, like for my TV, the Apple TV won't do the calibration because the TV's calibration is like perfect,
maybe
because it has Dolby Vision.
Yes.
And it won't calibrate because Dolby Vision's calibration on Sony's are pretty legit.
We're talking about this movie and all the director commentaries. I could just watch this 4-hour movie like 4 times and have a different experience and just really test out all the settings on my TV.
Yeah. Watch it in Portuguese.
Yeah. Question for you, Josue.
Yeah.
How well do you know Lord of the Rings?
Oh man, I mean, pretty well. Probably not as good as some people out there, but...
Well, you at home, how well do you know Lord of the Rings? I have today a 10 token trivia question quiz for you.
Token?
No, Tolkien.
Oh, Tolkien.
Tolkien trivia. We are calling it One Quiz to Rule Them All.
Ooh, I like this.
What I wanted to call it was Middle Earth Senior Discount, and here's why.
What?
While we were watching the movie together, I kept thinking the thoughts you have after having seen this a bazillion times, which is, how old is that person? And where are they right now? And where did they come from? And all the lore and the story and whatever. So this quiz is inspired by all those random thoughts, plus a quiz that I found on Instagram. And I want to shout them out because I asked them if they could use some of their quiz questions. Instagram/Middle Earth Store. I am not promoting their whatever they're selling, which I would probably end up buying. This is not a partnership. I'm just saying they were kind enough to let me use their quiz. We were at that band event last night, and I was just reading the quiz to everybody I sat by. Oh, yeah. And then I was somewhere else, and somebody's like, "Are you reading that quiz again?" I'm like, "Yeah." It was really good. So I took the questions on their quiz get progressively harder. I just pulled some, and I pulled some of my own.
Nice.
10 total. See how you do. This is how we're going to calculate it.
Wait, how many rings were there made?
That's one of the questions, actually.
Oh, dang it. Because I was going to say, because it wasn't 10.
No, it was more than that.
You should have done exactly how many were made.
Oh, we don't have time for that. People are going to tune out. I've learned from the YouTube algorithm. So you can play along. If you get between 1 and 4 correct, we're going to call you a second breakfast enthusiast.
Okay.
Between 5 and 7 points, you're going to be a Ranger of the North. If you score between 8 and 10 points, you are a servant of the secret fire.
Oh, wow.
And if you get the total of 10, we'll call you Lord of the Quiz.
Lord of the Quiz.
Okay, so here we go. Question 1, this is one of my own. Who is older, Josue, Frodo or Sam?
Frodo.
Oh, well, that was a quick one. I hope you guys got it that fast too. Now, do you know what their ages are or their age difference?
I know it's significant, and I know this only because you'd mentioned something about the book.
This is while I was thinking about it, probably.
Yeah.
We just had the podcast together while watching the movie, and then thought we should have recorded that.
I know. There was a lot of silence in between. We could add like.
That's what folks are clamoring for, though. The director's commentary, the cast commentary, and then what do you think of this commentary?
Podcast commentary. No, yeah. So you had mentioned something about in the book, the new movie, The Hunt for Gollum, takes place in between Frodo getting the ring and Frodo going to the pub.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Bree, the Prancing Pony.
The Prancing Pony, yep.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think somewhere in there anyway. And there's another movie coming out. We don't have time. We'll talk about it later.
Crazy.
So anyway, Frodo...
you said 300 he becomes 300 years old?
Oh, no.
Not 300. 30 no.
So he started out at 33. That's 33, what you're remembering.
That's right. Yeah, 33.
And then when he leaves and goes to Rivendell, 50 years old.
50 years old.
Jeez. And Sam at that time is 38.
That's crazy.
So I don't know how much the movies correspond, but this is kind of based on the book more than the movies.
I think in the movies, they were the same age. I think they were probably
as each other?
Yeah. They look like they're in the movie.
They're kind of buddy.
Yeah, I think they were probably, I don't know, maybe a couple years apart, maybe a couple of months apart. Like, they're both 28 for like 2 months before the other one turns 29, type of thing. I don't know.
I don't know either, but we'll get to it. Question 2: which of the following correctly matches each race to the number of rings it received?
Wait, say that again?
I'm going to give you multiple choice.
Oh.
You just tell me which answer correctly matches the race to the number of rings that race received.
Okay. Like 11 given to the, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. A, elves 9, dwarves 7, men 3. B, elves 3, dwarves 7, men 9. C, elves 9, dwarves 3, men 7. Or D, elves 3, dwarves 9, men 7.
Oh my gosh. Why wasn't this written down for me to see?
I'm sorry. Do you want to see it?
Here
are your options. I'll put it on the screen for those folks that are watching this versus listening. So elves 9, dwarves 7, men 3. Elves 3, dwarves 7, men 9.
I believe it's B.
Elves 3, dwarves 7, men 9.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Yes, 9 rings for the race of men. That's usually where I start.
It's because because elves are so powerful already, they don't need as many powerful rings. Is how I think about it.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's how I think about it. And then dwarves have dug out the minerals and the to make the rings.
Yeah.
All right, let's give them a little bit more. And then men are so weak. Let's give them even more. That's so in my brain. That's how I kept track.
I get it. I'm sure that's not how it worked, but for you, I get it. I totally get it.
Because I mean, like, why? They don't actually explain why in the movies. Why men get more rings. I just know men get the most rings.
Just say 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone or whatever.
Maybe because there were 7 kings of the dwarves, right?
I don't know. I'm sure in the Rings of Power they're going to unpack all that for us, and people will hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm reading the book right now, the first book. I'm listening to it. And it's narrated by Andy Serkis. It's great.
Yeah. That's
but
awesome.
They said, so at that time of this story, The Lord of the Rings, 4 of the dwarf ones are missing or like eaten by dragons or something. Only 3 of them, I think, are still accounted for. Whatever. That
at
this time period. The other ones are just gone.
Wow.
Something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. Do you know who wears the 3 elf rings?
Galadriel.
She's got one.
The Elf King.
Elrond.
Elrond? No, but isn't there the other elf?
Oh, Celeborn.
Or Celebrimborn. That's the guy who made it.
Yeah, Celebrimbor.
What is the actual Elf King's name?
I don't think does he have it? Okay, I thought, man,
you think
I'm going to be wrong.
You think it was Elrond?
No.
Galadriel and...
I think Gandalf has the third one anyway, is my point.
No, he's not an elf.
I know, but I think by the time the Lord of the Rings comes around, I think he's wearing it.
Oh. Well, see, I don't know. Book-wise, I don't know, because in the movie, he doesn't have one. Clearly
Okay,
he doesn't have one.
it is. Oh, thank God. Galadriel, Elrond, and Gandalf.
Okay, and none of them, and only Galadriel has one in the movie.
No, I think you can probably see it. We got to look at their hands in the movie, but they might be wearing them. They just don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
So, in case you're wondering, everybody, this quiz just got real long. I got to cut this all out of the YouTube video.
Wait, but hold on. Did I guess wrong then?
Yeah, you said Celebrimbor. That's not part of the quiz.
Oh,
I was just asking. Let's go to question number 3.
Jeez.
It's going to be all day. Who is older? Here's another age question. Aragorn or Bilbo?
Oh, Aragorn. Aragorn is older.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yeah, because he's an LSR, right?
He's one of the Dunedain.
The Dunedain. Yep. You cannot be 80.
What does he say? Do you remember?
I don't think. Does he say?
Right after she asked him that.
160 years old.
No, good guess though. He says 87.
87.
Which, in fact, Josue, I'm sorry to tell you, is younger than Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember at the movie beginning, Bilbo was celebrating his
111th birthday. That's right.
His 111st birthday.
Even if he was 160 years old, he would have been younger than friggin' Bilbo. Yeah, you're right.
No, because by the time we get to Rivendell and the War of the Ring, Bilbo is about 128.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty close.
Dang it.
Contemporaries. So,
Gosh,
okay, two out of 3.
My 111th birthday. Yeah, why didn't I not remember that?
I know. I was reading this quiz last night to Ephraim, and he answered before I gave him multiple choice, and I'm like, I'm going to keep reading the answers, and he kept giving me the answer, and I'm like trying to hint, like, all right, cool. That's wrong, buddy. Okay. What is the name of Saruman's tower? This is going to be multiple choice here.
Okay.
What is the name of Saruman's tower? He's, remember, formerly the White Wizard.
Yep.
Eisen is option A. B, Isengard.
Mm-hmm.
C, Barad-dûr. D, Orthanc. What is the name of Saruman's tower? Is it Eisen? Isengard?
I want to say B, Isengard, only because they mention Isengard, but I think that Isengard is like the area, but not the tower's name. So, but I don't.
Can we do process of elimination here? Do you know what ones it's not?
It's not Eisen.
Okay.
Because it's Isengard is the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless I'm wrong, it's Eisen.
No, I think
and the
you're
whole
right. I believe
Isengard.
Eisen is the name of the river.
Okay.
Seen the 9 when Gandalf is talking to him, he's like, they were seen crossing the river Eisen not 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
What's the other one? The last two?
Barad-dûr is option C.
Isn't Barad-dûr like a place that the like a battle was done or made or held?
I don't know how much you want me to give you here, but
I don't know.
Not quite.
Okay. Barad-dûr. I thought Barad-dûr was like, man.
Khazad-dûm is in Moria.
Yeah, okay.
Barad-dûr or Orthanc or Isengard is B.
Gosh, man.
This quiz is tough.
Orthanc, I don't think I've ever heard. I don't. Is it mentioned in the movie?
It may not be.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm more of a movie guy than I am the book guy. I think the cool thing about being just the movie guy is that when the people have like read the book and have things to say that whatever, I'm like, it's always
You're actually
like
interested.
Yeah, I'm actually like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like being in that realm.
There's so much with Tolkien.
Like,
even if you know the book, there's so much lore that you could still be surprised.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where like I like to be that guy who's just like, when I meet people that are like all up in the books, they're like, you haven't read the books. I'm like, no, tell me.
Tell me, yeah.
You know, because then they have fun telling me.
Yeah.
And I'm cool.
I'm having fun right now.
I'd rather be that. I'd rather be in that realm. So, dude, I'm going to just lock it into B, even if I'm wrong.
Isengard?
Yeah.
No, you are wrong.
Okay.
That's the name of the stronghold, like you had surmised.
Yeah.
Orthanc is the name of the tower.
Oh, see.
So that was a good guess, everybody.
They don't say it. They don't mention it in the book, in the movie.
They may, in passing. I'm trying to hear it in my head, and I can't. But
I don't think so, man.
I'll have to look that up. Okay.
The wizard is locked in his tower.
Yeah.
Remember? That's it. He's locked in Orthanc. No, they don't.
That'd be too confusing for the casual viewer like
Yeah.
yourself. Now, question 5. Who or what is older? Arwen Undomiel or the Hobbit settlement of Bree?
God dang it. I want to say...
No, I'm not talking about it. Just for all of you scholars out there, the village of Bree was probably built. I'm talking when Bree was first settled, which is in the Third Age, 1300, if that helps. It wouldn't have helped
For
me.
Arwen is Aragorn's girl, right?
Also, Elrond's daughter.
I want to say Bree is older.
You want to say...
Yeah, the settlement of Bree was probably settled before she was born. Probably really close, but...
Okay, here's the answer for you, Josue. During the War of the Ring, the time of this movie, Bree was about 1,700 years old.
Okay.
1,718 is what I wrote down. Arwen was born in the Third Age, also, year 241, making her 2,778 years old.
That's crazy.
More than 1,000 years older than the settlement of Bree.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy. You think about Robin the Cradle. Woof.
Yeah.
Way to go, Arwen.
But she
had a younger guy.
stays that looking
Yeah.
a certain age, so yeah.
Until that necklace breaks on the floor, and then it's all over.
Crazy.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Question number 6. After the ring abandoned Isildur, who found it?
Oh, Deagle.
Would you like to lock it in, or would you like multiple choice?
Yeah, well, if you have multiple choice.
Sure. A, Bilbo Baggins. B, Smeagol. C, Gollum. D, Deagle.
Yeah, well, it's kind of one of those things where it's like Deagle finds it, Smeagol immediately kills him. This is based off of the movie, guys. Come on. I don't know. The book might have said something completely different, which is fine, but...
It doesn't. You're right.
All right.
Yeah, good job. 3 out of 6 is Deagle. That's the one that I had to read to Ephraim when he came in hot. And I was like, let me read you the answers. The question 7, who or what is older? Shelob. You know, Shelob.
Yep, the spider.
Or Barad-dûr. Now, we said this earlier. Barad-dûr is the Dark Tower in Mordor with the eyeball.
Oh, okay.
So who or what is older? Shelob or Barad-dûr?
I want to say Shelob. I mean...
I'm trying not to throw you off with facial expressions. Let you think it out.
You don't have a multiple choice or...
No, this is like you got to pick
cues?
either or. Let me see.
Because I want it's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because I feel like his tower being there caused that whole land to be kind of darkened, and then that would give the opportunity for Shelob to be there. You know, but then again, could she have been there beforehand? And it was kind of like that area that was always kind of like that, and then the tower was there. I want to say. Now I'm switching it up.
And we're not also necessarily talking about how long she's lived in that hole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm saying, yeah. So, see, that's another thing. She could have been living somewhere else and got there and was older. It's a chicken and the egg thing, man. Because
Spiders in the egg.
So, if I'm going back to like thinking about Mordor and how it came about,
yeah,
Mordor would have caused dark creatures like that to be in that area.
Sure. You know, like a moth to an open flame, they all come to the eyeball.
Or like come to the, oh, look, a place we can actually survive because
it's dark here.
It's dark,
Yeah.
So maybe she is older. I mean, there's unless you really, really know. Yeah. I'm going to lock it in and say, man,
I love this. This may be my favorite episode so far. We should have done Lord of the Rings a long time ago.
I really, it's a toss-up for me. It's 50-50. I would accept either answer, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean.
You're locking it in?
Should I say Shelob or should I say the tower? I'm going to say Shelob.
Okay, he's locking in with Shelob. Let me tell you, Tolkien says that Shelob was there before Sauron and before the first stone of Barad-dûr. You are correct. Now, the original Barad-dûr dates all the way back to roughly 4,000 years before the War of the Ring.
Dang.
The first one. And I think it came down, but the foundation stayed, and it was rebuilt.
That's crazy.
At that time of the War of the Ring, in this movie, Shelob is likely well over 6,000 years old.
Holy
Possibly more. We don't know. But she, exists in some of the other stories. Okay, so very good. Now, let me calculate your score here. I believe you're at 4 out of 7.
Oh, jeez. That's not that great.
Yeah, it's 3. Yep, 4 out of 7. Okay. Question number 8. What is the actual family relationship between Bilbo Baggins and Frodo Baggins? I have multiple choice.
You go for it.
Okay, Bilbo and Frodo.
I'm
How are
pretty
they
sure
related?
I know, but yeah.
A, Bilbo is Frodo's stepfather. B,
Daddy.
they are distant cousins. C, Frodo is Bilbo's nephew. Or D, Bilbo is Frodo's grandfather.
Yeah, so I was thinking in my brain that Bilbo was Frodo's uncle. So I'm going to lock in that he's the nephew, that Frodo's a nephew.
How did you all do at home? Because that is the wrong answer.
Dang.
They are technically first and second cousins, once removed either way.
Is that in the movie or is that not in the movie? Because I think he calls him uncle in the movie. I think Frodo.
Though, when you get to like once removed, it's sort of like an uncle. So they're either on one side of the family, they're first cousins once removed. So it is a generation gap, and on the other side, they're second cousins once removed. So Bilbo to Frodo is the age of an uncle or a great uncle. But they're technically cousins.
Wow. But in the movie, does he actually call him uncle?
Maybe. I don't know. We should look that up and maybe give you a point if they do.
I mean, because that's one of those things where like I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember?
In the movie, it says it.
Do you remember when that would happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously around the party.
It sounds familiar. Yes. However, this is an affectionate courtesy rather than their exact genetic relationship.
Yeah, but that's an intention, not a action. In the action of the movie, he calls him uncle. So that's where my brain is like, oh yeah, they're nephew.
I'll give it to you. I do have people in my life that are like my parents' friends, that you call uncle or aunt that aren't really.
Sure.
But we'll
But in this sense of the movie, they were probably like, this is too hard to explain. Let's just call him an uncle.
Well, remember when Pippin's in the bar explaining to whatever that Bilbo is his cousin, twice removed on my mother's side, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, who knows? Okay, question number 9. In which war did Isildur cut the One Ring from Sauron's hand?
Oh, in what war? Is this multiple choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because good luck. No, but you're not going to know any of these.
Yeah.
Option A, the War of the Last Alliance. Option B, the War of the Ring. Option C, Dagor-Dagorath. Look your face. Option D, the Battle of Azanulbizar.
What was the first one? Last Alliance?
The War of the Last Alliance.
And the second?
Is the War of the Ring.
Man.
Now again, this is the war that Isildur cuts the ring from Sauron's hand.
I'm gonna just go with it. I'm probably wrong. The War of the Ring.
You are wrong.
Is it the Alliance?
It is the War of the Last Alliance,
Dang, I should have said that.
Is kind of in the prologue, where Elrond's like, there was a last alliance of men and elves.
Yeah, that's right. Dang it. I should have gone with that.
Okay, here we go.
It was too obvious. That's why I was like, that's
can't be. Yeah. Tricky quiz. Maybe our trixiest quiz yet.
Trixiest.
Final question.
All right.
Who or what is older? Treebeard or the One Ring?
Oh, I want to say Treebeard for sure.
Locking it in?
I'm gonna lock it in.
Well, folks, have you locked it in? Treebeard was, well, let me tell you this. The One Ring was forged around the Second Age, 1600, making it roughly 4,800 years old by the War of the Ring.
That's crazy.
But Gandalf calls Treebeard the oldest living thing that still walks beneath the sun upon this Middle Earth. Treebeard's exact age is never given, but he is likely over 10,000 years old at this time.
I was right.
Very good. 6 out of 9, Josue. How did you all do? 6 out of 9 means you are a Ranger of the North.
6 out of 10, you mean?
10. 6 out of 10. That made me question my whole scoring system here. No, yeah, the 6 out of 10 is right. Man, the ring is ancient, but Treebeard is like ancient.
Yeah. Did he say that in the movie?
That Treebeard is that old? Nah.
Does he say like, "You've seen the stars before they were stars"?
No. It's true, but he's the oldest Ent.
Trees will come back to grow here.
Let us know how you guys did by commenting below. I want to know your score, and I want to know whether you were, like Josue here, a Ranger of the North, whether you didn't even get that many points, you were second breakfast enthusiast, or whether you were a servant of the secret fire.
Ooh. Or the Lord of the Quiz.
The Lord of the Quiz. If you're a Lord of the Quiz, I totally want to know. Send us a message. You can find all those links, of course, on our YouTube channel. You can just subscribe for more quizzes like this because there's a ton. We have
and do you like salted pork? Let us know.
Do those. We're going to get to that.
Salted pork.
Let's talk about Lord of the Rings.
Bro, this is going to be the longest or the shortest episode.
We're keeping it short. We got to zip through this. This is directed by a man named Peter Jackson.
Yeah. How old is he now?
He's getting old.
Is he older than the movie, or is the movie older?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Stupid.
I just saw an interview with him and Stephen Colbert because they're talking about Colbert is going to also, he's working on a movie that's going to be the time period of like the first 3 chapters or something of the book, which takes place again with, I think it covers the hobbits as they're leaving before they get to Bree. Oh. So maybe Tom Bombadil's going to be in there. What you don't know.
Yeah, well, I know of him from the the Rings of Power.
Oh yeah,
he's in that. Yeah,
we talked about that.
But I mean, isn't the Rings of Power taking in that place in that time period?
Rings of Power before, but I'm talking about in the Lord of the Rings book between the birthday party, same spot. This is going to be like Star Wars 5 years after Return of the Jedi. We're just going to keep getting stories of Lord of the Rings because that's all we all ever want.
It's so crazy.
The nostalgia, is it the nostalgia that ties us all right back to that period?
Yeah,
I
think so.
The beginning of this movie when we were all blown away.
I think so, but I think it's also one of those things where they did so much work to make it look and feel real that the new stuff just looks plastic and fake, and it's like whatever. They're not. Here's my message.
Go on.
Who cares about all of the technology? Hire good actors and write a really good story. Like, use the writing and feel it. I don't care about the flashy, polished effects. Like, that stuff can look really good, but you got to capture what the movies captured in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were going with like something heartfelt and real.
Yeah.
You know? And the practical effects with it. They put a lot of creativity into making this world look and feel real instead of going, well, let's just make a computer do it. Like, bump that, dude. And I don't care if like this person is, dude, just get people that want to really do it because they love the story, not because they were cheaper or because this person has notoriety. Dude, don't bump that.
Okay, get rid of the soapbox and get your chair back.
All right, cool. Here we go.
No, you're good. I think you're right. I think also you mentioned like you were maybe like me introduced to this movie, like story via the movie.
Yeah.
When this movie came out, the first one in 2001, because this came out in 2003, I'd never read The Hobbit. I'd never read Lord of the Rings. None of that. I just didn't grow up reading it. It existed. I remember a kid in my junior high reading The Hobbit and me going, what's that? And that's all I remember about it.
Yeah.
And then I was introduced to this whole world ring wraiths and all, and was just so pleasantly surprised. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is going to be great. And you started seeing previews and whatever. And then to jump into this world. And now I know that the substance, like we just did this 10-question quiz, there is so much depth to the story. There are so many layers of things that you don't even touch on in the movie.
Yeah.
And they still made 10 hours of movie out of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy to have that much. It's not like you're making stuff up. Like by the time we got to The Hobbit.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, honestly, I do like the story of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I do like the adventure that it is, you know?
There are things in it I like, but there's a lot that really aggravates me.
Yeah, because of...
It just, like you said, like the quality of it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as well thought through. It came out, again, I know a lot of people worked on it. There's a lot of things that are great. We just watched it. But compared to this, when you watch it, you're like, it came out in that era where they were just putting out 3 of every movie, you know?
Yeah.
Remember when The Hunger Games came out and then they made that into 4 and like everything was like, let's put another part. Let's get you in the theater again.
Yeah.
And part of me goes, I'm so excited to see more of this thing that I like, but not at the expense of like, we're dragging this out and this didn't need to be this long. And
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, what serves the story? Just do that. That's it. That's literally it.
And I was watching some of the director commentary even on this movie, and they were talking about choices that they made in the narrative, scenes that they cut out of the theatrical version because it didn't serve whatever, or even like the plot line of when they're climbing up Cirith Ungol and Sam and Frodo kind of have that falling out. That doesn't exist in the book. But they needed the tension in that movie.
And
so they were thinking through, how do we make these standalone movies? But now we watched the director, the full length, extended edition.
Yeah.
And at that point, they're like, if you're watching this, you know the whole story. We don't have to worry so much about this one movie standing on its own.
Yeah.
And that's what we jumped into for Return of the King.
Yeah.
I never just sat down and watched movie 3.
Oh, really?
I don't think.
Yeah. You know, one thing I will say about the new movies and stuff like that is when your movie gets more attention because of how much money was poured into it rather than how good the story was, you failed. You failed. Okay. Yeah. So I've also never just jumped into like the third, yeah.
I will say no now.
I was okay with it though. I mean,
oh yeah, it was different. But these movies, if you've never seen Lord of the Rings, first of all, what? And it's fine. I know you're out there. Second, I would encourage you to watch it. Start with the first one, please. And
unless you're my wife.
And watch the theatrical one. Listen, I am the biggest apologist for the extended edition. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the details. But if you've never seen this, do yourself a favor, start with the theatrical and don't watch it with 2 guys who just finished a Sunday morning of setup and tear down and all that, because your poor wife will never watch these movies.
She watched the first one. I mean, maybe one day she'll watch the second. She's not going to watch this.
She watched it by herself. We all fell asleep.
She would watch it, I think, but I don't know. I don't think I don't know what it is about that she doesn't enjoy it.
It's just tainted. The experience is tainted.
I guess it is.
I feel so bad. She was the sweetest. She made us a bunch of snacks. We came over like your house. Like that was the best spread. It was on our Instagram page.
Yeah, it's so good.
If you haven't seen it. The other memory I have tied to watching these before we totally get into the plot isn't actually these. It is The Hobbit. Have we talked about this in the podcast? Do you remember going to watch when they released The Hobbit in the movie theater?
Yeah, we did.
Listen, kids, back in the day when you had to wait until midnight to see a movie.
Yep.
Because they still say that like opening weekend starts on Friday, but you can go on Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
And the way that it started was you could start seeing midnight premieres. They got by it by going 12:01 or whatever.
Yep.
So it's technically Friday morning. So we would go and watch, I don't know how many, we saw a lot of premieres.
I think we saw all 3.
I just mean more than The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
so many. But this one was like The Hobbit. They were doing it in the higher frame rate.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was in 3D.
And it sucked.
Well,
the high frame rate is not good.
It's not. It wasn't a pleasant experience, but the problem was nobody had ever seen it before.
That's true.
And we're all waiting to be dazzled. And we're all sitting there, not to be bedazzled, but to just, and we're sitting there with our 3D glasses and watching this thing. And the whole time,
You could see right through Gandalf's mouth.
I'm like, what is going on? You know, it's like my eyes couldn't adjust to the 3D and I'm just waiting for it to click in. And like 45 minutes into the movie, so almost 1 a.m., nigh upon 1 in the morning, the movie stops and an usher comes out and says, sorry, everybody. Hey, we have a problem with the alignment of the projectors. And the whole audience went, because we were all experiencing it, but nobody knew. It's like, the problem must be me.
Yeah. And then they fixed it.
And they let us
And they
vote.
were like, do you guys want to watch it from where it is or do you want to start it all over again? Everyone was like, start it all over
from the beginning. Come on. I waited all this time. I paid all this money.
Yeah.
Started at the top. Give me another bucket of popcorn.
Exactly. And we did. And that 2-hour movie turned into a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, like the length of this one. But it was because they were running 2 projectors simultaneously and
3D.
had to be synced
Does that even happen anymore? Do they still do that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I was very much into 3D when it was a thing, but
I mean, the only other way, I think the future is going to be VR. Like everything is filmed in a VR type of thing.
yeah, and you can kind of turn your head around and be inside the prancing pony.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, the only problem with that is, directors and movie makers, they put things in there because they want you to see it.
Yeah, like, whoa.
And if you are in a VR set and the movie's happening, but you're staring off to like the bartender or something while it's happening, like, and then you missed
maybe a little pulse that drags your head this way. Like, what is that? Oh, wow.
Oh, that part of the movie. Okay, cool.
They're going to have to get smart like that.
Like, this is important. Please watch this.
The other memory I have of this, and it's making me hungry, is when we did a summer small group at the church, and you weren't in this, but we read all the books.
Oh, gosh.
Through the summer, but then we ended with a movie marathon where we watched them all, and we had Lord of the Rings themed meals all day. Somebody was kind enough to plan. I was like, I'll support and help, but somebody put a lot of planning into it. So shout out to all of you who are in that group, because I'm sure I know some of them listen to the podcast. It was the best summer. Okay, Tolkien. So we jumped into part 3, which was always my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And it's where we started today. Where does part 3 start? So if people are jumping in, just give us a little catch up of where we are and what's going to happen.
Oh, wow. There are multiple places, actually.
so many. Well, the main plot is the ring.
The main plot is the ring. Frodo and Sam are within, they're within distance of the volcano of Mordor. They're crossing over into Mordor. Mm-hmm. And that's where we see them. Smeagol has successfully got them to right outside of Mordor. But there's still a ways to go. And now Aragorn, Gimli, Gandalf, and Legolas are all back together, reunited. Mm-hmm. They also reunite with Merry and Pippin.
Mm-hmm. With Treebeard.
With Treebeard. They retrieve the orb, whatever.
Palantir.
The Palantir. Then they find out that Sauron is ready. He's ready to attack and make his first move.
Yeah.
And his first move will be at Gondor, at Minas Tirith.
I believe in the story of the book that there are other wars also happening. I believe that there's also an assault happening on all the dwarves in Erebor, the mountain from The Hobbit.
Okay.
I believe there's also there's another kingdom where war is happening. Like it's like on multiple fronts.
That he's waging war on people?
Uh-huh.
Dang, he has that many.
I don't know where they all lived all this time. He's been
crazy.
building his strength,
Yeah.
This is what I don't get in the lore. Maybe somebody who knows better can explain to me, because even after being a fan for all these years, is not only where are all these evil creatures coming from, there's a whole race of races of men that are teaming up with Sauron.
Yeah.
I'm like, why does anybody, I get that he's powerful. I get the basics of it, but this is not, like the devastation, you look at the land of Mordor, like why are people signing up for this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
maybe they're being promised power and lands. That's
they
the
definitely
only way.
are.
That's
they
it.
definitely are.
But then they can do whatever they want with those lands. But why would you want them to turn into what he's got?
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, it's just, it's evil. Maybe he's like corrupted the hearts of men. I don't know.
There is a scene in the book that I just read where one of the wraiths, one of the ring wraiths, goes to the mountain at Erebor to Dane, the king of the dwarves, who's now king under the mountain there, and offers him whatever rings they have left, the dwarf rings, to give him back in exchange for information about Bilbo and Frodo and the ring.
Oh, wow.
And it was like this whole thing. But that was the pull. It was like, hey, if you kind of team up with us, we'll give you power, like you're saying.
Yeah.
But there's also this undertone of like, you better agree with us or we're going to decimate you all.
Crazy.
But I don't know how orcs multiply. Like, forget dwarves. Where are there female orcs?
No, there isn't. I didn't see any.
I don't know the logistics. Always
There
in
are
movie
little
two.
hairy dwarf women.
Bearded, hairy women. What does he say about?
I like to, what's that? Bathe with little hairy women. It's like, wow.
No, it's not what he didn't say. Bathe.
I think he was like in pools. Does he say something about going into pools with little hairy women?
I don't know. That sounds awful. But it's funny. I got to give you the behind the scenes knowledge I have now because I just watched it. But, they're drinking. They're having a drinking game, and it really sets up this back and forth more so with Gimli and Legolas. They're both drinking. And Gimli is getting just wasted.
Yeah.
So they made beer specifically for the movie. That's like not completely non-alcoholic, but a very low alcohol that they brewed.
Oh, really?
Just for the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The scene was funny though, and how Legolas is
It's
like it's
my
affecting me.
My fingers are tingling.
Feel it tingle at my fingertips. Very good. Yeah. And the other quote that I had for this beginning here, we're going to walk through with some quotable quotes, is salted pork. You already said it. How good though did that food look when they're eating?
Yeah. Eating and smoking and eating and
drinking.
You got to try the salted pork in particular.
We are sitting, what does he say, at a field of victory. Yeah, and they're acting kind of stoned. And apparently they filmed a few different versions of that. And this was like the most subdued version.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So yeah, they find them there. So it does a really good job kind of reminding you what happened in the last movie and then propelling you onward.
Yeah.
And here's the new thing. We've finished our battle. Now we're on to the new thing, which I think is good.
Yeah.
And how about this one? Man, I don't know if I'm skipping too far ahead here. I just wrote down some quotes. Yeah. The white.
The white. No, but he calls him the gray.
Oh, Greyhame. Gray, whatever, yeah.
Graybeard.
Yeah, how do you like about Christopher Lee falling off that tower and getting impaled?
Oh, dude, that was awesome. Yeah. You think it really happened? They put sacrifice somebody?
Mm-hmm. Christopher Lee, he died.
Oh, yeah. No, it was really good. And I love that. What's his worm tongue stabs him in the back.
Chucky, you pointed that out, and
man.
I totally forgot that it was
Chucky,
the same.
Man. And what are the coincidences that he stabs somebody?
Yeah.
You think they did that on purpose?
No.
Like, you played Chucky. Let's have you stab somebody. Yeah, that's a little Easter egg, I think. I'm going to think about it that way.
It's hard to watch these movies, though, and not be constantly thinking about either stuff like that, the ages of people, or was this shot after the fact? Was this shot before?
Yeah.
They did pickups. They did reshoots.
That's right.
They added stuff for the extended edition that wasn't originally in the movie, so it's shot differently, and then they had to go in and re-edit it. I don't know.
It all blended in really well, too.
There are moments.
There are moments where you're like, okay, this is extended. But there are moments where you're like, oh, I don't know if that was in the original or not.
And the behind the scenes stuff is so cool because they'll be like, oh, well, this original shot, like for instance, there's a bit where all the riders are leaving to go to Minas Tirith. And it's like this big sweeping landscape. And Peter Jackson was like, actually, this shot was on a helicopter and originally filmed with Gandalf on his cart riding to the Shire.
Oh, wow.
For movie one. And we didn't use it. So he had the Weta department just erase Gandalf out and then put all the horses in.
That's awesome.
And that stuff blows my mind.
Yeah.
When you think about, so if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of practical work done with forced perspective because you have human-sized people and dwarves and then hobbits who are small.
Yeah.
But you have the same actor. So in some scenes, they're positioned in a way where they're not actually looking at each other. And so one looks bigger, but then they're swapping out, little people for actual humans, and you cut back and forth. And if I'm constantly like, is that, nope, there you go. See the switch.
Yep.
Or like sometimes the real actor, but they're on their knees or stuff.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I mean, that's the type of thing that I don't know if they're even doing that with the new movies, the new show.
I think because you don't have to anymore. Like, I wish they would.
I wish they would, yeah.
Yeah, but like technology has evolved to a point where it's like, But like you watch some of the Smeagol stuff now and you go, even by the third movie, the technology had improved since the first one.
Yeah.
So, and then now it's just going to be so much better, I feel like, watching.
It's going to be more realistic looking, the CG stuff, but but you'll still be able to go, oh, yeah, this is CG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? Okay, how about this quote? Run, Shadowfax. Show us the meaning of haste.
Yep, that was Gandalf with, they were going to Minas Tirith.
And who is he with? Give us a setup there.
Mary.
No,
but Pippin, sorry.
Yeah, I knew you were there. Why is he running with Pippin?
Because they are trying to hide from Sauron. Because Sauron knows, he kind of knows where they're at, and that this hobbit has some information. And so he's trying to evade that.
Because he picked up the Seeing Stone.
Yep.
And that whole bit, I like the scene where Pippin is trying to sneak it from Gandalf, and he has to swap out like the pitcher for the stone.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the tension between him and Gandalf?
Whoa.
Like, do you feel like it's earned? Because you watch it, it's like, I get it as a story, but some of it I go,
He's like this rebellious little kid, and he's just like, you don't listen, and I still have an affection for you because you are, a hobbit. But you need to learn. Just geez. Like, you know what I mean? To grow up a little bit. I think that's the tension,
Yeah. The characters take some different turns than they do in the book. But again, I think that's kind of nice because the movie pays homage to the book, and it's like you're still a fan. You can be a fan of both, but they also do some different things in some of the character development and stuff. But I like it. I mean, I like the character of Pippin. I think he's a lot of fun, and it's also kind of funny how much Gandalf loves to hate on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Fool of a took.
Throw yourself down.
Save us your stupidity. Yeah, that's good. But I did point out to you while we were watching, it may not have been in that scene exactly, but the horse made me think that the things that maybe look the most off to me is when they're riding on horseback. You have like Gandalf and Pippin. Whenever you get like the close-ups of somebody riding a horse and you see the background, you're like, this doesn't feel real.
You can kind of see the outline of how they use the special effects to put them in there.
Yeah, I was at Ephraim's track meet the other night, and you're watching just all these guys run the 100-meter, the 200-meter, and everybody has a bit of a different gait and a different stride and whatever.
Yeah.
But there was one runner, and I wish I could have seen him again. His head didn't move. Like it moved with his body, but people, you're running.
Yeah,
his head stayed level. The rest of his body moved, and his head was just like a straight line. And that, if I saw that in this movie, I'd be like, that was special effects.
That was
wasn't really running.
Effects.
You ever do that? Like you walk down the stairs and your head just seems to go. I don't know. Maybe it's just stupid stuff that I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But yeah, anyway, I like the horses. I don't know if I would last on Shadowfax, but I like the idea.
I love how they ride them suckers with no saddles.
I think that's just Shadowfax, though.
That's just, yeah.
Because he's like the horse lord or whatever he is.
Crazy.
Lord of the horses. You quoted this while we were watching it, so I know you're going to know this, but kings made tombs more splendid than the houses of the living. Oh, maybe not.
I quoted this.
While we were watching the movie, I think I heard you say it again. And we've talked about this line, I thought.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked about it. We the whole thing about how they kind of putting so much emphasis in memorializing people in the past that they weren't paying attention to, like, the future.
Yeah.
And I feel like, it's a little bit of a saying of, a little bit of, talking about the state of people today. You know, we're like, hey, you know, let go of the past, move on, move forward, do something for the future, you know?
I don't know. I guess this is probably true in every movie. Minas Tirith is my favorite setting in this movie. The scale of it is so cool and so big, and it just reeks of like history.
The White City.
Yeah, it's just real. The lore of it is great. The second movie, I think my favorite spot is Lothlorien, you know, with the elves and stuff. Mm-hmm. And probably the first has got to be Rivendell. I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
But you get to Minas Tirith, and it might be my favorite spot in all of it.
It's really cool. But the person who says that is Gandalf again. Yeah.
And I think it does a good job setting up what you're about to walk into. Because then you have Denethor, and it might have happened before or after this, sitting on his little steward throne.
Yeah.
His family, this is on the quiz, I think, has been that line of stewards for over 500 years.
That's crazy.
Over 500 years, these guys, they're pretty much operating as kings, right?
Yeah.
But they can't sit on that throne.
Yeah.
It's just so like full of meaning.
Yeah, dude. It's so wild because it has to be the bloodline.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I do like Denethor. I can't remember his name, John Noble, as an actor. I
remember his acting was so crazy. Convincing.
He's like irritating and just awful. Like you hate him. Yeah. He's just really good. And then I also like, oh wow, you get a lot of close-ups in this movie, and we were watching on a big TV.
Yeah,
but Gandalf's skin. I don't know what his skin regimen is, but it was so good.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to make him look young in the next movie.
It's going to be CGI, right? There's going to be a bunch of dots on his wrinkled face, and they're just going to make him young again.
Yeah, it's going to have to be. Yeah, they're going to have to use like the de-aging thing that they do now. Yeah.
Because I just saw an interview with him and some of the cast on social media or something, and you could tell like he's getting older, man.
Yeah.
He already looked. It was like what's her name in Hook, Maggie Smith.
Yeah, and he's also in the new Avengers movie coming out too. Still playing Magneto.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looked real good in those up and close shots.
Yeah. I mean the makeup too.
Okay, how about this one? You might as well accept it. We're going with you, laddie.
Yep. That's Gimli telling Aragorn that he's going with them when he goes into the Demalt Road.
No, the Dimholt. The paths of the dead.
Yep. The kingdom of the dead.
Yeah, to find specifically all those like the cursed people who had been living in the mountains, cursed.
Well, yeah, because they were soldiers and they were part of the army of Gondor.
And they didn't come through to help Isildur, so Isildur cursed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because originally they were like allied with Sauron or whatever.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I learned from the behind-the-scenes stuff a couple interesting things. One, we pointed out that when it zooms in, when Aragorn is first thinking about it, and you see the floating ghost there, in the theatrical cut, it was too hard to see. They're like, we had to make it way more visible, so we fixed it for the extended, which makes me feel better because I'm like, I don't remember noticing that before.
Yeah. That's so true.
And second, that canyon that they go up, I guess Peter Jackson had originally scouted out that specific spot for Kong. Before Skull Island, he was working on a King Kong movie, and that's what that was like, whatever, for. And he used it for this.
That's hilarious.
That spot, like they're on the hillside, they're about to go in, and all the riders of Rohan and Theoden and all that stuff is happening, right? Mm-hmm. He said there's like 4 different things that they stitched together because there's the one wide vista, and then that path where Elrond comes up the hillside is actually filmed in the same spot that they did Helm's Deep. There's like a rock quarry or something.
Oh, okay.
And then some of the like other scenes are just in a studio, just in like a sound studio.
Wow.
And then others are just blue screen, it just blows my mind.
They blended it all really well together.
Yeah.
They just took the time. A lot of it is lighting and shadows. If you get that lighting that bright, oh my gosh, you can get away with so much stuff.
But say that, but I'm not being critical, but there are still moments where you watch it and you go, okay, this is not the same.
Well, sure, but
to duplicate the sun.
Yeah, true. But still, they do such a great job of, if you're paying attention, you'll see those things. But if you're not, if you're just immersed, and that's most of the time, you are immersed. with the story that some of those things will go by and you don't realize.
Yeah.
So.
But I did rewatch, and it was like I told you, I think, that they were like working on this effect with all these dead men or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Pirates of the Caribbean came out.
That's right, you told me about that,
before this movie came out.
And it was like the same, they had to change up the way they were making them look.
Yeah, I don't know how much they changed it like exactly, but yeah it was very similar. How about this one? Abandon your posts. Flee for your lives.
Yep. That's the steward of Gondor. He's the coward.
Steward.
Yeah. That's at the end there when he sees all of the armies.
You say the end. That's still the first half of the movie.
Yeah,
it feels like the end, but it's like not.
Yeah, he sees the army of Mordor and he's like, dang.
That was one of the biggest payoff scenes, I feel like, because you hate this guy so much, and then Gandalf just hits him over the head with his stick.
Just hits him in the stomach, like, ugh, and then in the head. Bow.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
Yeah. I like that. I seem to remember people in the theater really enjoying that too, but it's been such a long time.
Yeah, people were like cheering for that part. Yeah.
Because Denethor, he had already been spiraling. And this is after he sends Faramir, into battle, and all those guys are riding to
they get
their
killed.
death at Osgiliath and stuff, and he's just eating those tomatoes.
Think of me better, Father, if I were to return.
Okay, this
depends on the way of your return.
The manner
of your return. Oof. What a jerk.
Yeah, what an absolute jerk. Okay, this might be the last of my commentary facts because I didn't watch the whole commentary, but that bit where Pippin sings.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy Boyd, I think is his name.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that wasn't originally in the movie.
Oh.
So I guess they went out for karaoke with some of the writers, and she heard him singing, and they're like, we have got to put him in this.
Yeah.
So they gave him the lyrics to one of the Tolkien songs, and he wrote it in like 2 days.
Whoa.
And came in and sang that.
Dang.
That's so crazy how that just happened. And you're like, this is one of the most memorable parts, I feel like, of this whole movie.
How does it go? I don't know.
I started in my head singing the Ed Sheeran song.
It's okay.
I can hear him singing the last word is fade.
And then he cries. Because he sent all those people to die. Jerk.
Oh, miss behind
Oh, yeah, that's
the
right.
world ahead. I don't know though.
That's right. Yeah.
Through shadow.
Yeah, that's right. Dude,
To
so
the
good.
end. Okay, well, I'm sorry, everybody. It's really good. And also tied to that too, so passes Denethor, son of Ecthelion.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah, he goes to just melt himself away. Anyway, we said enough about him, but he's really good.
Yeah.
And terrible. What else do you like about that battle scene? Because I have a few limited notes here that are going to kind of take us through to the end, but that's a long chunk of the movie.
It is. Yeah, no, the battles are always really, really crazy epic. I love how I don't know how they did this, but they had like chunks of walls of like the city that they were just
Thrown from a trebuchet
yeah,
or whatever.
It's like, what? You guys just had that there? Like, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's really menacing. You see what looks like millions of orcs and trolls and
so crazy how much it leveled up.
Yeah, for real. You're like, how in the world are you gonna get out of this? And they just do a really good job of all of that action.
Yeah,
and you watch it and you go, man, I could never do this. I'd be one of the guys that just I wouldn't be a coward. But I know I probably wouldn't make it out alive.
I don't know.
I would swing at somebody, but then I know I'd be like, that's it.
I mean, even right at the very beginning when they bust through that door and Gandalf is like, he's in charge of the army. And he's like, you are men, soldiers of Gondor. Whatever comes through that gate, you will stand.
Your ground. And then freaking two trolls.
3 giant trolls. And it's over like that.
And his eyes are like, oh
no. And then all that, and then it just keeps leveling up like that. And then by the end of it, where he's at the top and the Witch King comes down on his giant dragon, feast on his flesh.
Yeah, dude.
And then breaks his staff.
Yeah, that's right. And then, that's right. Your staff is, no, he doesn't say your staff is broken. He just breaks it. Gandalf tell Saruman,
your
staff is broken, and it breaks. That was really cool. But then after Aragorn gets the dead soldiers to be on his side, which is really cool, they come and then just completely wipe the whole army. Save the day. And I have to side with Gimli.
I was just gonna say that.
He's like, free us, and he's like, I don't know if I would do that because they'd be pretty handy in
a pinch,
And he's honorable, and he's like, I find your oaths fulfilled. Be free, and they die
for many years. Yeah, be at peace.
But they have to write it this way because they have to one last stand, and they're like, all right, we're gonna die. You got the payoff of for Frodo.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah, so good.
The giant sword.
I know. I do not believe it. When he says that the guy with the freaking mouth and the teeth.
The mouth of Sauron. Yeah.
Who would have thought such a little thing could have
endure so
much pain?
Yeah.
And he's like, your hobbit is dead, and he's like, he swings and cuts that dude's head off so good, and he's like, I do not believe it. And he's like, he was right.
Yeah.
Because if that was true, that's it. You're dead. You're gonna die, and there's no hope. You might as well just go down with a blaze.
Yeah. I love Viggo Mortensen so much because of these movies.
Yeah.
But there's a couple spots where his voice is so memorable to me because it's so funny.
Yeah.
And one is this, when he's giving his "This is not that day" speech, Men of the West.
Yeah.
And his
I have the fear that would take the heart of me. The same fear.
Yeah, exactly. Where it stands out the most to me, and I will rewind that clip endlessly in the first movie. Yeah. When he's like, "You cannot wield it.
Yeah.
It has no other master."
Yeah, it's so high up. I don't know what happened to his voice there, but yeah.
I don't know.
He's got so much range, guys. That's what it is.
He's so good. I love you, Viggo. I'm a big fan. Please be on the podcast. So great. But that one scene is really funny to me. Okay, well, skipping ahead here, this is one of my favorite lines. Well, I guess skipping back a little bit. The gray rain curtain of this world rolls back, and all turns to silver glass. And then you see it.
Yep, Gandalf talking to Pip when he's talking about, they're thinking maybe this might be the end,
Yeah. White shores and beyond, a far green country, under a swift sunrise.
Crazy, yep.
Very good. Also, I think taken from the first book because I just read it somewhere and it's somewhere else.
But then after all of this is the end for me. Is the end where Frodo and Sam finally get to the volcano?
Yeah, and we don't need to go through all that, but they fight a giant spider.
Yeah, they fight a giant spider.
They climb a long way. And, they dress up as soldiers.
Yeah, but it's just the. It always gets me the end where Sam is like, I can't carry the ring for you, but I can carry you.
And the music. Da, da, da.
It's such a I don't know, there's so many different through lines of themes and stuff like that going on through the movie and different meanings and all these types of things. But there's also that message of true friendship, that endures with, bad times, good times, and even when he thinks that Sam is only with him to try to get the ring, and it's this missed judgment, but Sam still is there for him.
Yeah, and think about the juxtaposition too, because this movie all begins with Smeagol and Deagle, and Smeagol gets the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know if their friendship was the same as Sam and Frodo, but he ends up just killing his friend to take this thing.
Yeah.
Then you see hundreds of years later where that lands him.
Yeah.
Right? And he's spreading his toxicity kind of, and it's the ring really.
Yeah.
But then you have this Frodo Sam, and their kind of friendship and relationship is what helps them overcome.
Yeah, exactly. Their friendship actually endured that, you know? Yeah, really cool.
We talked about this while we were watching it, but the distance from Cirith Ungol, where they like leave the spider, to Mount Doom is 70 miles.
That's insane.
In the movie, you're like, it's a bit of a walk. Yeah. I think it's like an 11-day journey in the book or something like that.
That's crazy.
Mordor's really big.
That battle took 11 days probably.
Yeah.
Well, because it would have taken the guys from Hardhelm? No, Helm's Deep. The guys from...
Like Minas Tirith?
No. The guys that came.
Oh, the riders from Rohan?
Yes, the riders from Rohan. It took them 3 days to get there.
Oh, yeah.
So the battle took days.
Yeah.
So him walking, if 11 days, it's probably a good estimate of how long the actual battle actually took place.
And not that, I don't know, you're walking directly this way because they were kind of around the back way, but they're standing at the Black Gate, for that last battle sequence. The distance from that Black Gate to Mount Doom is the size of the state of Florida.
That's so long. That's crazy.
That's a long way. You can see it out there. You're like, this is just right over there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about size for a second, actually, because I was always amazed by this. There are those videos you can find on the internet that does like the size comparison of the height of Barad-dûr. So Barad-dûr is the tower with the eyeball on it. Okay. The Washington Monument, 555 feet tall. Okay, we all in DC know that. World Trade Center 1, which is, I still think, the tallest building in the United States, is 1,776
World
feet
Trade
tall.
Center?
Yeah, the new Freedom Tower.
Oh, okay, yeah.
1776, 1,776 feet tall. So that's over triple the size of the Washington Monument.
Yeah. Okay.
More than that, maybe. Okay, and not to mention the Empire State Building, which is shorter than that. The Burj in Dubai.
Oh, yes.
That Tom Cruise climbs up.
Yep.
2,717.
Is it still the tallest building?
I think there's a taller one now.
Okay.
Since that, in like Taipei, or there's a couple taller buildings that at least were in the works. I don't know.
That's insane.
That's like, say that's almost 3,000 feet tall.
Wow.
Not quite.
Yeah.
It's like 2,700. So Washington Monument, about 500.
Jeez.
Okay. World Trade Center, almost 2,000.
Jeez.
The Burj, almost 3,000. Barad-dûr, 5,000 feet tall.
No wonder you can see everything.
That is one giant eyeball.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I do hate that. The eye is very menacing at the beginning when you only see little bits of it.
Yeah.
But when you're there and it's like a lighthouse and it's like there's a beam coming out of it, and it's I don't like that at all. That kind of ruined it for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I love the movie. Yeah. I just don't like that. I'm like, I didn't want it to be a real eye, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it is in the book. It probably is, but when you see it, it just felt a little like, okay.
Yeah, a fiery eye.
Somehow Smeagol is more menacing than that.
Yeah, because what can it do?
Yeah.
It could just go.
Yeah, it's like Frodo when he drops to the ground, like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, it sees you, but then it could somehow telepathically tell all the bad guys to go right there.
Yeah, they can all sense it or feel. I get it, but
and
it doesn't.
If he were to get the ring, how does he put it on as an eyeball? Does it just fall on the eyeball and then he becomes a person?
I think, now forgive me because I haven't gotten back to that part in the book, so I don't remember, but I think Sauron is rebuilding or has rebuilt a physical form.
Where?
I don't know. I think it was supposed to be in the movie. At the end where at the gate, Aragorn is battling like a giant troll or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe, if I remember correctly, that was originally supposed to be Sauron. But I don't know if they made the choice, like it kind of took away from what was happening with the ring or something like that. So,
but then when it fell in the lava, wouldn't he just disappeared?
Yeah,
that'd have been cool
because his power was sort of bound up with the ring.
What would he have looked like, though?
I don't know. It's probably the same. Probably like a big like metal head but again, a little bit more menacing than an eyeball.
I guess. Yeah.
I think the scariest things in this movie are still the wraiths.
Yeah, they were cool.
I mean, once they're on the dragons, somehow them being on a horse at the beginning so intimately like at your door is really scary.
Yeah.
Whereas when it becomes so grand and big, it's hard to conceive, like the size of the tower.
Yeah.
How immense this is until you're actually there and seeing it, which you're obviously not.
The dude with the teeth, though, that was awesome.
Yeah. He did, Gandalf. He did. Here's a final quote I have for you. I will not say, do not weep, for not all tears are an evil.
Oh, man. Was that Gandalf again?
It was.
Gosh.
He's all the good quotes, I guess.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, that's Gandalf.
Do you remember where in the movie it is? Which ending?
Oh, it's at the end when they're getting on the boats.
Yeah, at the Grey Havens.
The Grey Havens, yep.
It's a really pretty picture, only slightly ruined by the fact that they have to use one of the doubles. And you can tell that this person's proportions are not the same as, what's his name, Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
But that scene is really good. And the idea of sailing off to the Undying Lands is my dream.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like you were about to sail off to Florida. Are we going to have like a big going away thing where you guys all just slowly walk into your car, And
I look back.
And you just hand me the podcast equipment, Yeah.
And the little nod at the end.
And then the podcast ends like 8 more times. I will say the thing to me when coming back to this movie that still feels epic, besides the scenery, which is amazing, New Zealand, I can't be said enough.
Gosh, yeah,
if you are into this movie,
I totally want to go to New Zealand because of this movie.
It's so amazing looking. But the score, written by one Howard Shore, is so iconic.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Is, yeah.
And I don't know him from anything else. I looked it up. Maybe you know this. I don't know. He did the score for Big, which I've never seen. He scored Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen. He scored Mrs. Doubtfire.
No way.
Yeah. I think, according to Google. So I did a quick scan before we started here.
That's crazy.
But this movie, is so, I don't know, it's blurred out, but even the six records in that set,
that's crazy.
Just so good. Does anything feel different to you watching it now? I mean, this is fairly recent. This is maybe one of the most recent movies we've covered.
No. I mean, honestly, it still holds up. I watch it again and I'm like, man, movies need to be like this.
What's your favorite part of this movie?
What's my favorite part? Jeez. Man. I think my favorite part of these movies are definitely probably the end, where, especially with Sam and Frodo, just wrapping up their relationship at the end is probably my favorite part.
And maybe that's why I like this movie so much, because I think the payoff, it just makes it so worth it. Now
it's like done. Everything's done. We can rest. And like, I never really understood. I don't fully understand why Frodo had to leave, but there's so much that he went through that he could never shake unless he's in a completely different place, different realm, I guess.
Yeah.
And I get that for him. And then Sam has to kind of, live his life that he's building without him, and he has to like let that go, and I love how Frodo is like, I left a few pages for you because you're still writing the story. You know what I mean? You're still going. I'm gonna be far off away, pretty much done. And
I left some blank pages between when Bilbo had his birthday and we got to breathe. You can write more there.
But yeah, I think it's really touching. It's really, I'm going to go back. My favorite part of this movie is at the very end when Aragorn is king. Mm-hmm. He sings. This is the man. This is like the manliest thing. He's the prime example of a man's man, because he can swing a sword, cut off a head of an orc, cut off a face of a dude that's just pure evil, go into battle, love his friends, right? Mm-hmm. Sing at his own like coronation.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, when everybody, when the hobbits bow to him and he goes, "My friends, you bow to no one."
Oh, it makes me want to cry.
Oh, every time.
So good.
Every time. And they show them so much honor because they are the least of them, but they did so much. I mean, they endured the hardest of anybody there, you know?
Yep.
And I think that's just such a like picture of everything. Honor, grace, love, majesty. Like that is a true king.
Yeah.
Recognizing that the sacrifices of the least of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's fighting for them. I mean, he says it right, you know, before everything ends, he's like, for Frodo.
Right.
Not for him, but for the least of these anyway. And I think that's a very like gospel kind of thing also. So I think that's why it's my favorite.
The story.
And they look around, you know, the hobbits and Frodo, they look around themselves like, wow, all these people, you know, all these big people.
Yeah, just for little guys like us.
Are bowing to us? Like the king of Gondor? It's such a touching, that's my favorite part. You know? That's definitely my favorite part of the whole story. Yeah.
Well, I like the drinking song. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's really good. There is so much to unpack that we won't even have time for today.
I know, it's a lot.
But do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Look up the original hairstyle of Gandalf at the coronation.
Okay.
Because it is worth a Google. It is just so great, and I will leave it at that.
Nice.
But I think, not very surprised, but I did come in wanting to evaluate and go, is this just in my head? I do have a lot of nostalgia with this, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I recognized hopping in at movie 3 that I love it. But I didn't like it as much as going back to movie 1 and doing the whole journey. It just felt a little bit like, even though I know the story, 4 hours starting in the middle is a little bit like, okay, I didn't love that experience as much as starting at the start.
Yeah.
But I still love it.
Well, it's funny because like I want to say like the beginning of this year, I watched the very first one and the second one.
Oh.
And so this was like,
You're perfectly primed for this.
Kind of. I mean, it has been, like 6 months. So, so
it's good.
No, not the beginning of this year. Maybe the end of last year. Yeah.
Well, everybody, let us know what you think. You can do that in the comments below, or finding any platform you want at wdyt.show and just giving us a rating, a 5-star review.
Yes, please.
And telling us your opinion of Lord of the Rings. Now,
all the good ones, please.
All the good ones. I don't know. I understand that there are people that don't like it. I would love to know your opinion too, but I just want you to know that we gave it some time and we really enjoy it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. This is now, of course, the end of season 4 and our current WDYT format. The feed itself isn't disappearing, so I do want to encourage everybody that like explore. If you haven't played all of our quizzes on YouTube, which some of them have been really great. All of them have been great, but some particularly great. The YouTube channel is still there, and that's at youtube.com/wdyt.show. And who knows, like any fantasy ending, there might be another chapter someday. But certainly if this show is connected with you, we'd love to know it.
No, yes, tell us, please.
Yeah. So for a sign-off question today, if you were sailing off to the Undying lands, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get there? What do you want to be on the other side?
Are you undying as well?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
I think in this story, you know, Frodo, the elves, they're kind of passing on into what we would think of as eternity. It's got that sort of an image to it. So when you cross over that water, what do you want to be on the other side?
What do I want to be?
No, like what do you expect to be there?
Oh, I don't know, man. Peace, tranquility, laughter, just all of those things, you know, kind of, I don't know, lack of better words, like, and you know, relentlessly, you know?
I was going to say what I long for is the non-calendar.
Yeah.
Not that there wouldn't be time, but the idea that right now we're such like servants to a clock to a schedule, and I love schedules.
Yeah.
But it's like constantly got to be productive, got to be doing, got to keep up, to just be able to just sit and be. Yeah. I think the reason why Sabbath is a thing, the reason why we enjoy, like I enjoy going out somewhere and not having an agenda for an entire day. Yeah. Gosh, I've never done that.
Yeah.
Just so liberating.
And that's what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just to enjoy.
And maybe for Frodo, it's one of those things where like you get to kind of put away the things that you've felt. Maybe the pain still of being stabbed, or the pain of knowing that, you know, you walked through, you know, you went through that stuff, where like even the memories and the images in your brain that the ring and Sauron put in there, maybe those things go away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And for him, that would be peace. So he's not going to get it unless he goes there. So
right.
That could, you know, that's probably what it is, you know?
It's a release from suffering, no more pain, no more sorrow. Just pull out my Bible.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty
like
much.
That.
Yeah, pretty much, you know? And then like, if you do have memories of your friends like Sam, there are good ones, not bad ones, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe some magic. Maybe you're able to like manifest the, you know?
Turkey sandwich.
Yeah. Or roast beef.
With cranberry chutney. Oh, still dreaming of that.
Or, you know, yeah, surf and turf.
That's where anything's. Well, when you sail off on I-95 down to Florida,
oh gosh,
I hope you find something as equally glorious on the other end.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of you who have come along with us on this long, unexpected journey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
Long road.
Yeah. I will say, continue to enjoy your nostalgic things. I hope you can find somebody you love and watch something or re-experience something that you love, because I still think there's nothing funner than that.
Yep.
And also introducing these things to my kids and trying to figure out if they still love them.
For sure.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't.
Yep. Any
parting words for us, Josue?
Partying is such sweet sorrow. No, just drink and be merry as often as you can.
Enjoy that time.
Because it could always be worse.
Far greener country. It could always be worse. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into Lord of the Rings.
Love you all.
We do love you all. Appreciate you very much. Continue to follow us. I'm at Jeff Abiad on Instagram.
I am Josue Escobar.
That's correct. Or at wdyt.show. We'll see everybody next time on What Do You Think of This?
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.